Greetings. So I sit in front of you today, tethered to the realization that I have gone off the rails miserably. That tweaking my back was much more than tweaking my back. It was full on a compression of the herniated disc, and it really threw me for a loop. But once again, here I am. Part of my battle now is knowing when I am beat, when I have to regroup, reconstitute a plan, and then go forward. My body will let me down at times, and I have to deal with that. This is one of those times I have to deal with it. And along with that comes the crippling depression, a lot of self-doubt, the overindulgence of food, and then the complete and total woe is me attitude. That quitting mind flares up, and it flares up miraculously. Because again, it knows every part to make you turn into not Mr. Love, and give you every excuse in the book, gives me every excuse in the book to stop my ascension. I'm more elated now that I get a chance to try again. Ice machine went out. It's limping along. Maybe I'll ask Santa Claus for a new one. I have an ice bath to take after this. I have one to take tomorrow morning. I look forward to the stress, the strife. I'll let you all know something. I carry a challenge coin with me everywhere I go in my wallet. It's a 9/11 remembrance coin, and it's something I treasure very much. Apparently I lost it. It fell slap out of my wallet, and I didn't know it. I thought it was always with me. And I changed wallets today because my old wallet fell apart. I was very disgusted with myself because it wasn't the coin. It was the fact that I lost it. And again, first world problems. The coin means something to me. I can get another coin. I have coins from General. I have coins from people in the Army. I have coins from Star Wars coins, SR-71 coins, F-16 coins. I have coins from Disney firefighters. But it's something that is near and dear to my heart, and I hate losing things. And then I ran across something today, because I watch a lot of military guys, because believe it or not, there's a lot of soothing in finding others who have PTSD and other types of trauma, how they fight their current battles. And they were talking about killing, and the amount of killing they did while this guy was on deployment was ridiculous, and he just shut up about it. He didn't tell anybody, because once he did tell someone, his wife of 18 years left him because she saw him as a monster. And then I went right to the comment sections, and a lot of positive support was there, because there is evil men and evil women out there who plan to do evil. And as long as they are there, we need good men and good women who are also capable of doing the exact amount of evil to those who want to do evil to us. Now, in a perfect world, there is nothing but diplomacy in discourse to solve issues, but we don't live in that world. You can ask the Israelis, and you can ask Hamas, you can ask Ukrainians, and you can ask the Russians. You can ask everywhere in Africa. You can ask people in Chicago. You can ask people in St. Louis. discourse doesn't always go that way, and the diplomacy doesn't always seem to work that way. So it's evil, and it's rough, and it's wrong. Got it. But I volunteered. So did all of these other men and women volunteered to uphold a standard. Now, you can argue back and forth about how it's a bunch of young men going to fight, who don't know each other, going to fight a battle for two old men who do know and hate each other. They should just let the two old men fight. But that's not how it works. You have a reality to deal with. And the guy talked about in the comment section about how he lost his wife after she figured out what he did. And then one of the comments irritated the hell out of me. And they said, well, maybe you are the monster. Maybe you did this. Maybe she saw who you really were and you revealed yourself to her and you deserve to be left. And again, that is that person's truth. That is that person's angle. And that is that guy's wife's angle. However, there is something that to be said about my actions of the past. Am I going to be forever chained to them? Or am I going to take them down and change myself as I go forward? That's what's hard. You're being judged so cruelly and so thoroughly by someone who does not know what you went through, doesn't know the road that you went down, doesn't know the road that your brothers and sisters went down. And it's so easy to hurl that opinion out. I would love to always live in that diplomatic dystopia, that place where we can just all get along and we can just talk out our differences. But show me a day when that worked. Show me a day when that was available. We can strive to achieve that. But as long as somebody somewhere has something that somebody else wants, it's not going to work. It's not going to work at all. A resource, land, people, whatever, water, oil, you name it. Think they have a right to it. It's all of those things. Which brings me back to today and me suffering in my first world problems and having to get back out here and just slinging the load. Scared to death to get under the squat rack because that's what hurt my back. Scared to death. And as I did the first squat, I'm just waiting, pacing myself out, waiting for the pain to shoot up and down my sciatic nerve and to take me out for the rest of the week. I have something special going on Wednesday and something special going on Friday. And I was just thinking to myself, I'm going to be all pilled up and hurt going to these two events. And I can't. So that fear put me straight underneath the squat rack. That fear put me straight up underneath rep after rep after rep. That fear put me straight in between where I wanted to be and where I was. And I loved it because it brings out the best in me. I cannot change the past, but I can grow stronger and encourage myself to learn from my mistakes and go forward in the present. So I'll tap on some more of the parts for the 9/11 experience, things that were so disheartening to me. I talked about the graves. I talked about the morgue, seeing pieces of people one of the worst things there was it was perfect weather. Blue skies, low 70 degrees, nice breeze, sunshine, and chaos. It was such an abrupt contrast to everything beautiful. That hurt. That hurt a lot. Because I got to see an abrupt change in everything and have my worldview shattered with only an air of vengeance to piece back together. It hurt because I wasn't that person. It hurt. It brought me to a dark, dark place in my life where you don't realize what you can become unless given a certain set of circumstances that will take you directly there. And that's what you struggle with. That's what hurts. This painful realization that you might be the monster, but you have to become something to stop something else. When those firefighters talked to me that day, I never felt that way before in my life. I never felt so cold-hearted, so black, so destined upon revenge. Did I hate that? But I needed it. I wanted it so fucking bad. Those things are what tear you apart. Those spaces that you find yourself in due to circumstances beyond your control hurt, and that hurt is everlasting. Because I can't shake it. I have to forgive myself because of where I viewed those people. It was terrible. The place I let my heart go to was terrible. And I'm accountable for that. That's the realness of what happens. That's the weight and the consequence that you have to carry. Those are the things that I have to face. That is my darkness. I've been through so much, and I don't realize it until times like now. But I'm forever grateful and thankful to be in this moment, to relay the message, to talk about what I saw, to never forget those people, the devastation, the despair. I can't change that, but what I can do is live my life in such a way that I can honor them. And that's what I want to do. So that's what I will do. I'll have my morning meeting. I don't like what I see, so I'll change it. There is something about that this isn't terminal. I can fight. When I read those comments and those veterans reach out, I understand completely where they're coming from. Because it's a scary place to reach out. It's the internet, because you don't know what you're gonna get in return. You're gonna get those nasty comments. When you're just looking for peace now. You're looking for someone else to understand what you're going through and the consequences that you face. You don't need somebody to throw it all up in your face all over again, because you can't do anything about it. You can't do anything about your past actions. You can't do anything about who you were, but I can do something about who I am and who I want to be. That's what I'd like to leave you with for today. The other thing that was insane to me about being up there, I got to talk to Chris's father, his Vietnam vet. He was showing me, it looked like a nail. Had 3 little fins on the back of it. I'm like, what is this? It was in one of his boonie hats from Vietnam. He explained to me what it was. It was a round that went into a grenade launcher, and they would use it to fight Viet Cong in the jungle, as opposed to a grenade that would blow shrapnel everywhere. This round was thick, it was fat, and it was packed with these spikes with the fins. And they would fly out and they could go penetrate and stick somebody to a tree. He gave me one of those flechette rounds. I keep it with me. He talked a lot to us but he talked to us like we know him forever. Like we were one of his sons. Just brought together by such pain and anguish. But there's so much relief to see that he was alive. It hurts. To this day, it hurts. I can't even talk to them anymore. I get so frustrated at myself. It's too painful. The whole thing is so painful. But this is my cross to bear. This is the consequence of my experiences. And I won't run from it. I can't. I've tried. And it leads me to madness. So I'll take up my sword and my shield, and I'll stand firm in the face of the dragon. I may get cut down, but when I can reconstitute myself and stand back up, that's where it's at. I'm coming back. Mr. Love, I'm coming back. Viktor Frankl talked about your tears. You need not be ashamed of your tears, because your tears bear witness to the greatest of courages. The fact that you're willing to stand up to that which you are afraid of. So my tears are just that. I don't mind. I'm telling my story so my child can have a record of who I am and what it's like to sacrifice and why you sacrifice. To believe in something greater than yourself is the most noble thing that you could ever do. And to fight for that thing is patriotism, pride, honor, dignity, values, and courage. I appreciate you all. As always, I challenge you to be the reason someone smiles today. I'll be back as long as God wills me to, and I'll be able to tell you what's going on for tomorrow. I'm going to enjoy this ice bath more than anybody will ever know, because I'm here. I faced the storm. It's broken my body, it's broken my mind, but I'm still here. Dashed upon the shore into a million pieces, I'm still here. And that's all I ask. As long as I'm here, I can do something about it. I love you all. Take care. See you tomorrow.